Good morning, it's Tracy with T.R.'s Tarot Talk 1111. I'm going to be talking softly because I got people sleeping in the house. Hopefully you can hear me. Today is December 11th, I believe. It's crazy when you're healing and you don't get out, how the days just kind of blend together. But I think it's the 11th, Friday the 11th. So we're going to get into your daily vibe. It's going to be a little shorter. I'm trying to shave them down little by little. So let's get busy. By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, I did upload a Friday financial. So if you're wondering about your finances today, go take a look at that. It's for a week. I decided to do weekly instead of bi-weekly. That might change in the future. Once I'm healed, I got to go back to work. So a lot of things might change in the future, but let's take advantage of today. Okay, let's get started. All right. I decided to use the Angel Tarot deck from Doreen Virtue and the Witch's Tarot, who I do not remember. No, I don't remember. But anyhow, it's the Witch's Tarot. Ellen Dugan. Okay. And then I'll clarify with some oracles. Same ones we've been using. If you want to know what they are, go back to my first or second video. So how is everybody today? How you like this? If you're local, I know some of you are. How you like this dreary, cold weather we're having out there? All right, we're setting our intentions for the daily vibe in all areas and aspects of our life that are on our hearts and on our minds. So take a second, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And set your intentions on what you want advice for today, because it's going to be different for all of you. All right, we're going to draw some cards, see what the story says. I'll give different aspects for different people, different energies. And you guys set your intentions on what is on your heart and on your mind. Okay? All right, so I'm going to take... wait a second. How do I want to do this today? Yeah, I'm just going to take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm going to take the bottom, Spirit says. Well, that's nice to see in reverse. Here, let's get them turned over for you and we'll go over them. We'll see what today's story is. Okay. Now remember, in the past I've said, you know, it's going to be this or it's going to be that. But Spirit told me that different messages come in for different people, and setting my intentions on what I want is kind of counterproductive. So each day now, when we do the daily vibe, I want you to think in your heart and on your mind what topic you need resolution for or you need advice for. And that's what I'm setting my intentions, that's exactly what the spread is going to answer. So some of us won't have any idea that it might be you going through a divorce. And some of us won't have any idea that for somebody else it's bullying at work, or you get the picture, right? All right, so what is the overall energy for today is the devil energy, guys. This is the ego. Ego. Archangel Jophiel. A false sense of entrapment. Okay, that's a theme we've been going through. Some of you guys out there are really feeling stuck. But it's a false sense of entrapment. Usually we bind ourselves to material things without even realizing that we signed some stupid contract with a piece of plastic in the backyard. You know what I mean? No, you gotta... This is that kind of energy. This is where You feel stuck because you're not willing to give up things or behaviors. All right? So, being overly focused on material things. It could be also sitting in and under negative or fear-based thoughts. It's an energy of feeling like this is an energy for some of you of addiction. I'm definitely picking up that either the person you're thinking of or the situation you're thinking of has to do with addictive attachments. There's one for certain that I'm picking up is alcohol. I feel you like sitting in a garage or someplace outside of your home, like a shed or a garage or a pole barn or something. But you're sitting out there and you're kind of really, this person's a deep, deep thinker that I'm channeling at the moment. They're very, very, very stuck in their head. I mean, it's like the world could be falling around their shoulders, and probably is, but they're not even focusing on that. They know it's going on. They see it happening, but they're not focused on that. They're focused on something external, something they haven't been able to come to terms with. It's like all of a sudden you just know there's something you've got to work on, something you've got to fix, and you just don't even know how to take that first step. Not even the first step. And I'm here to tell you, I've been in that energy, and sometimes you just got to take the step anyways. You know, just take the step. If you fall on your face, then it's a life lesson. It's feedback, you know, what not to do next time. If you don't fall on your face, you might find that the boundaries you put up for yourself were all mental. They weren't really there. There really wasn't anything holding you back except for your fear. Literally, fear-based thoughts. That's a message for one or maybe several of you. If that resonates with you, please take it, because Spirit brought it to me. Another energy, I feel like there are some of us. When I channel us, guys, don't think I'm saying me, okay? It's just the way I channel. My situation is unique to me, just as yours is to you. But when I say us, I just mean the collective in the room. But for some of us, I feel like there was an awful lot of spending over the holidays and overeating. That's a given, okay? You don't have to be psychic to know that one. But yeah, I mean, it's overindulgence. It's giving into your weaker, lower vibration. Allowing it to, you know, sometimes when we're lonely, we want to eat and feed our feelings. Or maybe something that you love very much is missing in your life right now. So you're trying to fill that empty spot with something else. You know, I got a message this morning. I've been eating really crappy, and I went through a long journey for my weight loss. So, like, I was meditating and talking to my spirit guides and God this morning, and you know what they told me? I need to eat. What was it that came in my head? It was really funny. I need to be a poultry-eating squirrel. I need to eat a poultry-eating squirrel diet. That was it. Yeah, my diet should be a poultry-eating squirrels diet. So I took that to mean I can have chicken, fish, pork, but I don't really like pork. A little bit, but not a lot. And then, of course, your fruits, your vegetables, and your nuts and seeds. And that's the way I took the message. And I didn't like that message because that's not the kind of diet I prefer. But this is a new year, new me, new beginning, and I'm hoping it is for you too. So, for those of you that this devil energy has to do with eating or drinking or gambling or sex addictions, or anything that you feel enslaved to. You know, and you'll know because there'll be several talks you have with yourself where you think you need to walk away, and yet you just can't seem to take the sword and do it. There's just something that's keeping it there. Well, when you figure out, you follow that cord. Do a little meditation. Ask God, show me the path from this resistance to where it came from. Like a gossamer cord. Okay? And then, you know, just use your imagine. Follow the cord blindly. Maybe you're going into black space. But you keep following it. Because if you allow, it'll take you to the root of the problem. And then you can heal it. Because sometimes we don't even know why we do the things we do. You've got to go inward to figure it out. It could be where somebody hurt your feelings as a child, or maybe you have abandonment issues because your dad moved out and your mom divorced him, or vice versa. Okay, but follow the little gossamer cord, guys. It'll take you to where this energy is coming from, and then you can heal it and release it and thank it for the lesson that you learned, because that was the important part. Don't focus on the pain and disruption it caused. That was feedback. Concentrate on why, the why, and heal it. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, moving on. So, today's energy is the ego, and it's all addictions, codependence, that dark, murky, icky place that we get. But guess what? We've got the strength card today. And it's, look at the figure 8 over her head. For those of you who have symbology knowledge, you know what that means. And how did she tame that lion anyways? With unconditional love, of course. Unconditional love. You tame the beast with love, not fighting. Okay, so you got the strength card today. Boom. So this stuff here, you might want to work on it today. Because why? You have the strength for it. Don't wait for days when your energy feels completely depleted and you don't have the energy to work on any of your spiritual or physical or whatever problems. All right, so next up, I know I'm doing this reading totally different, but, you know, I channel spirit. However they tell me to do it is how I do it. Next up, this is the Page of Wands, guys. This is a really good beginning. It's a message about a good beginning. Okay, it's not quite there yet. Pages are all about messages, bringing messages. And, of course, Wands is all about fire energy, which is, and I'm going to keep doing this till I have them memorized, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They are idealistic, ready for action, intelligent, self-aware, and creative. Okay? But I feel like this is a potential coming towards you. You apply it to whatever's on your heart and mind, okay? It's the page, though. It's a message. It's not action yet. And if it is action, it's very little. Okay? Very little action, but action on the horizon. That's what I'm hearing. And action on a passionate offer, action on the horizon. Okay. And then next to that, we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And that's kind of funny, because this little guy's been popping out all week in both positions, upright and in the reverse. So I take it that for some of you, you were really struggling with your past. I'm hearing your past. There's something in your past that's been bothering you, and you've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And you know what I'm hearing? It's almost like, damn, I remember throwing a lonely pentacle out in the backyard last year because, you know, who collects pennies anyways or whatever, you know. It was like I dropped a seed. Oops, you know. But I walked away from that seed. I never intended for it to grow or blossom or bloom. I just walked away. But guess what? The divine came in and watered and cared and tended that plant because they knew that in the future you were going to see what you created. and decide. Really make a decision on whether or not you're going to abandon it again, or if you're going to embrace it and tend it and nurture it and let it grow and prosper, expand. So what have we planted in the past that we didn't realize was going to flourish? We walked away from it, or it walked away from us. Either way, that seed didn't get tended by anybody. And now all of a sudden you've found it and you're like, whoa, I never knew. I never knew how did that happen? It would be like leaving a house plant in your window and going off for holiday or vacation for 6 months or a year or more and coming home and finding that plant had grown into a monster-sized, beautiful, healthy, lush growing plant. And now you're amazed. You're like, how in the hell did that happen? And perhaps you didn't know, but maybe your neighbor that you asked to let your dogs out or whatever, or somebody with a key, or just magically, somebody loved on it, somebody watered it, somebody tended it. And if it wasn't an actual person, then divine did it. They took care of this for you. Because maybe you were meant to tend it way back in the past and you didn't value it. I'm hearing you didn't see the value in it. It was just another penny. All right, but this penny is your penny, and it's grown and it's multiplied and it's big and green and lush. And it's coming right at you, and the universe is asking you, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to keep it? Is it more valuable to you now? Maybe you should look at it again. Because it's flourishing. And that's the way I'm leaving that. That's what I channeled. That's what I'm leaving. And then right next to that, we have the King of Swords. I didn't show you guys the card. I'm sorry. Then we have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so that is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. The king is very rational. He's social. He's got good communication skills. He's a very high thinker, analytical. Has a tendency to be superficial and self-absorbed. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that you're being given an opportunity today to be the decision maker, to be the king. He's holding that sword, but it's upside down. He can't do nothing with it. He's prostrate. He's out of power. And I feel like this card is saying, if you want the power of this king, do you want the power of this king who wields his sword with justice and well thought out analytical determination? Do you need that power in your life right now? Because if you do, he's just waiting. He's waiting for you to turn him around and give him some power to help you in your life. Do you want to cut this bush away? Off with its head? Or do you want to keep it? Soften your energy. Go from the King of Swords down to maybe the King of Cups. Or the King of Pentacles, because we are, after all, talking about our prosperity and or our relationships. But I feel like this is literally this. I mean, when I'm looking at this card, it's almost like this king's looking at me upside down saying, I cannot help you. I cannot help you unless you embrace my archetype. Step into my avatar, the archetype of the King of Swords, to dreams come true. That's what I'm hearing. I'm sorry, guys. Phew, make your dreams come true. All right, so, you know, you have that power. You have that power available. But the universe is saying, before you go chopping anything away, I want you to know that the lies are gone and the sneakiness is over with, and this person has changed, or this situation has changed. Whatever's on your heart and mind, the deception's gone. Somebody's told a truth, or somebody's going to tell a truth. That could also be the archetype of the king. I forgot to say that it could be the truth, you know? And I'm going to look at these cards, and I got my deck upside down because he was upside down, but I'm not taking them all upside down. So that's your reading. I mean, he's changed. Whoever this person, and it doesn't have to be a he, but this is the situation I asked you to set your intention for. So if you're looking for truth and clarity, also you could step into this avatar, this archetype of the King of Swords, because, you know, swords is also about clarity and truth. It's not just about off with their head. Okay? Maybe you're looking at this bush thinking, damn, I just don't know what to do now. This is like a gift, but it's also work. Hard work. I mean, you can't just, because the divine or whoever's been nurturing it's saying that they're backing out. It's time for you to choose. They're not going to tend your garden for you anymore. You need to step into your power. Okay? And I'm going to do just one little universe card, and then we're done. Okay? I don't know why these ones have been calling me lately. All right, Spirit, let's wrap it up. And the Nine of Pentacles showed up too. So for some of you, you're working on your prosperity. Maybe you decide to take that bush and run with it. And then this might be you in the future with all that money or all that abundance or all that, you know, security and foundations. Why? Because you tended your garden. All right, let's see. I'm going to cut them 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to take the top and bottom, and then we're done. Top, bottom. So, that's messages from the guides, James Van Praagh. Thoughts create your reality. What have we been talking about, guys? I mean, seriously, I heard my spirit guides telling me night before last that there was a shift in energy and you could create magic. Anything you want. Just daydream about it. Daydream about it. If it's for your highest and best. Of course, you're not... Well, you can create bad stuff too. But, you know, let's not go there. Thoughts create your reality. Keep them positive. Keep them creative. Think about what you want, you know. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I can't afford this or I can't afford that. It's time to say, you know what? Tomorrow is infinite possibilities and I might be able to get that boat. I'm not going to say no if it comes and drops in my lap. And then picture yourself on that boat going for a ride. Picture what kind of trailer you'd have to put it up on. Picture what kind of vehicle you'd pull it with. I'm telling you, when you start focusing on what you want, it'll just show up in your life. Doorways will open. That's how you create a door. If you're looking to get unstuck and out of your addictions, seek help. Create your healing. Let it go. Follow the gossamer cord and find out where that brokenness comes from and heal it. Journey within. Within. It doesn't lie without you, okay? Anything that's going on in your life is a direct reflection of what's going on inside your soul. So if you have chaos outside, then you've got chaos inside. Go within. Do your journey, guys. It's really, really, really worth it. And you come out so much better. And then, guess what? Then there's no more lies. There's no more deceit. There's no more sneakiness. There's no more nothing. Because you're coming out as a person with a pure heart with wings and unconditional love. Okay? That's your message. I know I went over again, but I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps.